Guys, we are back. Before I sit down, I wanted to show you guys this amazing shirt. Wine Down with your boy Dan. Wine Down with Dan. Got these shirts from my unbelievably amazing sisters who have a company called Blonde Beaches Apparel. Love the name, girls. Love the name. And they made me some amazing shirts. And just wanted to show them off. These shirts are awesome. Feel great. And they are fun. So, guys, it has been a hot minute. It has been actually way too long. I've missed you guys. And unfortunately, I just haven't drank as much wine as really as I need to, as I should, and that's a sad day, whenever we're limiting our wine, I don't know, you lose your wine drinking buddies and, you're just left to, a small amount of wine and just not often enough. And, it's a new year. It's the first Wednesday, really, we're back. We'll be going back to our weekly shows. And I wanted to start off with something super fun. For New Year's, we ran up to Ruidoso, had a phenomenal time. The weather was great. There was some snow on the ground and got to go to all the little shops and got to stop at one of my absolute favorite places, which is Noisy Water Winery right there in Midtown, and it is awesome. I love going in there. They have great wines that they're making, and what's really cool about them is that they're fifth generation farmers. They're from New Mexico. Fifth generation farmers. They grow their own grapes. They make their own wines. They're doing a fantastic job. This one was a gold medal winner at the Finger Lakes International Wine Competition. It's won some silver medals. It's amazing. I really, I'm usually just drinking a lot of big, bold reds. That's kind of my favorite thing. That's what, I'm drawn to. But when doing the wine tasting and tasting this one, I was blown away. Loved it. Absolutely love it. And it runs for about $17-ish a bottle. Depends on where you get it from. Could be a little bit more, a little bit less. Another amazing thing about Noisy Water is that, they have their tasting room in Ruidoso. They also are in Cloudcroft, Santa Fe, New Mexico. They're killing it. They're doing an amazing job. They're making some really good wines, and super proud of them. New Mexico, if you know the history about it, New Mexico was making wine before there was wine in Napa Valley. It's just the wine history of New Mexico is unbelievable and is really growing there. They continue to be more and more wineries. There's lots of them working together. They're making different wines together. It's just really, the climate in New Mexico is fantastic. This today is TIGHTY WHITEY. Love the name, man. Killed it on the name. They're Pinot Grigio. I love this wine. If you don't mind, I'll have a little partake. It is so good. I mean, super light, crisp. You pick up honey, you pick up peach. Just really, it's fantastic. A little bit of spice in it. Unbelievable Pinot Grigio. I just absolutely love this wine. It is so good, and it's one of those wines that you just you buy a bottle of. That's how good it is, And so even a guy like me that really likes a lot bigger, bolder reds, that's kind of where my flavor palette is. I love dry wines. I just like that way end of the spectrum. Getting to drink this one a little, not overly sweet. You know, a lot of wines now are kind of overdone, really sweet, just kind of, you know, just too much. Might have another little sip. These guys are killing it. Love it. Noisy Water Winery. New Mexico wine, New Mexico true, 5th generation farmers. You know, that number 5, you know, that's big time. And, you know, they just continue to just grow. And, you know, that if you go to their tasting room, especially the one in Ruidoso, absolutely love it. And they have cheeses and a cool little shop that you can buy merch and everything. I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, it is literally a phenomenal place to go. Everyone should go up there. Right now, Ruidoso, the weather is perfect. It's not too cold. You still get the snow. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Couldn't say enough good things about these guys. Absolutely love it. And super excited to have this as our first wine back of 2020 with Wine Down with Dan. Just phenomenal. Love this wine, Tighty Whitey. Go get you some. They have so many other ones. We'll have some of their other ones on there that we'll have in future shows. They just continue to, you know, really just absolutely bang it out of the park. And I love them, man. It's a great little winery. They do a great job at their tasting rooms, and, you know, they make you feel good when you go. Just absolutely, you know, just a great place to go, a great place to go and enjoy some great wines. New Mexico true. So, love it. Guys, so, you know, our buddies on Facebook, they love to remind us of, hey, you remember this? You remember this 6 years ago? Remember that? And you're sitting there going like, no, I don't remember that. I don't remember when that happened. And I am the worst. I am the worst about that kind of stuff, you know? So a post pops up. Hey, 6 years ago, you had, the post is, you know, super excited. I'm down from 318 pounds to 301 pounds. You know, happy, you know, just great and everything like that. And I started thinking about that post, and I was like, you know, honestly, I didn't really feel that great about it. And honestly, you know, at the time I was so like, dang, I'm still over 300 pounds and I'm still too heavy, and I'm, you know, I didn't take a chance to celebrate that success. I didn't love myself. I didn't sit there and think like, hey, you know what? This is a great milestone. You're doing good. You're in the right direction. You know what I mean? Be proud of yourself. Keep moving forward. Keep going. Keep doing it. And that wasn't the case. But that's something I've always done that. You know, I've always been so like, on to the next thing, on to the next thing, on to the next thing. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. I never, ever celebrate the success. I was one of the first, I was the first kid in my family to graduate college. You know, I was just like, oh, I'm going on, I'm gonna get my master's, you know? And not only did I not let myself enjoy that success, but I didn't even let my parents truly enjoy that success, you know? And that's one of the things that, you know, being, in my case, like super motivated all the time, and maybe even sometimes overly motivated and just really like out of control sometimes, you know, like we got to do this, life's short, and you know, everything, and you're just like, oh, you know, there's so much to do and there's only 24 hours in the day. True, but you know, a lot of times you're not giving yourself like, hey, I should have said, man, you know what, Dan, you've lost 17 pounds, you're in the right direction. By that time, you know, 6 years later, you know, I wouldn't be, you know, where I am today. And not realizing that, you know, not only was I over 300 pounds at that time and I was down to 301 and hooray, but not realizing that was going to be the lowest weight I would be for the next 6 years. It's crazy. I jumped from there all the way up to 360 pounds. And I'll be honest, life sucks when you're that big. You know, I play it off, I laugh, and you know what I mean? I have a big personality, but you know, no one wants to be that heavy, you know? And finally, you know, for last year, something kicked in my head and I finally found something that motivated me, and that's triathlons and, you know, just the brutal nature of the training and everything. And I found something that my competitive heart, my competitive soul could latch onto and allow me something to chase after. And I need that. For my personality, I needed something that made me feel like I need to go get this. I need to do this. I need, you know, and I needed that, you know. For me, it was triathlon. And from last year, and by the end of last year, I had lost over 70 pounds. So super proud of myself on that aspect. And, you know, I still kind of play it off a little bit like, well, you know, I still have 100 more to go. And really, I do feel that way. You know, I still have a long ways to go. But today, seeing that post kind of gave me the retrospective view of like, damn, really be proud of where you're at. You know, today I ran for over an hour and 10 minutes. I haven't done that in forever. You know, I think, you know, honestly, like, you know, I'm sore, I'm like, kind of moving around, but you know, it's just getting better and stronger. And, you know, I love the progress I made. I realize I still have a long ways to go, but at the same time, I'm super excited for the journey that I've made thus far. And that's one of the things that, you know, I just wanted to kind of talk to everybody about is love yourself. You know, not everyone is going to love you. Not everyone's going to like you. You know, it's going to be one of those things where just people are, if you worried about what everyone thought of you, life is going to be miserable. Because not everyone is going to feel pleasant towards you, like you. You're going to piss people off. You're going to upset people from time to time, sometimes more often than others. Loving yourself, understanding your journey, where you've come from, where you've, you know, the mountain that you've climbed to get to where you're at. People don't know what your struggle is, and vice versa. You don't know. A lot of times we're so quick to like, oh, that person, you know, I'm so mad, you know, but that's one of those things that we don't know their struggles. We don't know what they're going through. We don't know what their life situation is. The only thing that we can control is ourselves. And that's why, you know, I started thinking about it. I was like, you gotta love yourself. And that's something that has been super hard for me. I'm not good at it. I can be first to tell you. And this saying, there's a book that we're working on. It's a workbook kind of thing. And it's for the next 30 days, and you're writing everything out and you're monitoring your feelings and you have affirmations and you're doing all of these things to basically create the right framework in your mind. And one of the things that they say in this book is, I will work on me for you. You work on you for me. When I read that, I was just like, that's it. We can't worry about what others are thinking or doing. We can't worry about any of those things. The only thing we have control of is ourselves. The only thing that we can do is work on our own items. We can work on being happier. We can work on, you know, finding things that get us to the place where we want to be. Working out, getting extra rest. You know, a lot of times, you know, people go through a lot of dehydration and swelling and all of these little things that you don't realize what a negative effect that they have on your body. So that's one of the biggest things is find your happiness. But remember, happiness is fleeting. You go buy that new car, you're loving it for that first month and you're driving and you're just like, oh, it's the best car ever. But happiness is, then it's gone. And then it's just, well, it's just metal. It's who cares? I don't care, whatever, And then you realize, joy is the thing that's lasting. So what is your joy? What are you doing to find that joy? Is it you're in your job? Is it in the life that you live? Is it the people that you hang out with? Again, I was talking about that number 5. The 5 people that you surround yourself with are the key. Having mentors, having people that you look up to, having people that you believe in and that those are the people that you're sitting there and those are the ones that will propel you to that next level. And this game of life has so many levels. We've all only got 24 hours in the day, but you see some people take 24 hours in a day and they accomplish millions of things, tons of things. And you see some people with that same 24 hours and they've messed the whole day away, and they've lost and they, life, it's just, I'm not getting enough done. I don't have enough time in the day. And you have the same amount of time the most successful people in the world have. How we manage our time blocking, how we, take care of ourselves, all of that is so important. Living life in the moment. We're not promised tomorrow. Today is the only thing that we're promised. Being happy, being satisfied, loving yourself today, celebrate today. Those are the true things in life that make it all worth living. And that's where we want to be. Guys, love yourself. Be kind, love others, be kind to animals, be kind to one another. If you see someone hurting, do what you can to help. But remember, you can be a better partner, a better mate, a husband, a wife, just anything if you work on yourself first. And that's what it all boils down to. Be your own best person, and that way you're able to help more people. The more people you're able to help, the more that life, gives and has to offer, and that's where you find your true joy. So, guys, Tighty Whitey from Noisy Water in Rio Doso. Unbelievable, fantastic Pinot Grigio. Completely suggest it. Wine Down with Dan. Girls, the Blonde Beaches apparel. If you guys need t-shirts, jackets, whatever, these guys will hook you up. They are doing a phenomenal job. They are killing it. And I love you guys. See you guys soon, and thank you for following Wine Down with Dan. See you guys. Love you guys. Have a great day.